Welcome to Legendary Car Stories, where forgotten engines roar again, where history meets horsepower, and where every car has a story worth telling. The 1960s, muscle cars ruled the streets. Big block engines like Chevy's 396 and Ford's 427 were the kings, loud, heavy, and terrifyingly powerful. But deep inside Chevrolet's engineering labs, a group of rebel engineers had a secret. They created a small block engine that could outrun the big boys, the legendary 327 stroker. This wasn't just an engine. It was a weapon, light, quick, and brutally smart. And today, we uncover the hidden monster that outsmarted the giants. The origins. The ERA of POWER. The early 1960s were all about cubic inches. American automakers were locked in an arms race. Each year, engines grew larger: 348, 409, 427, 454. Horsepower was the new status symbol. But not everyone believed size was the only answer. Inside Chevrolet's performance division, a quiet revolution was brewing. They believed that efficiency, balance, and revs could defeat brute force. The result? The 327 cubic inch small block, a perfect balance of power and agility. The birth of the 327. Introduced in 1962, the 327 was a bored and stroked evolution of the 283 engine. It shared the same small block design but offered a perfect blend of torque and top-end performance. Engineers increased the board of 4.00 inches and the stroke to 3.25 inches, small changes with big results. With the right tuning, the 327 could deliver over 375 horsepower, an astonishing figure for a small block V8 in the early 60s. In fact, it powered some of Chevrolet's most iconic machines, the Corvette Stingray, the Chevy 2 Nova SS, and the legendary Camaro Z/28 prototypes. The secret weapon: stroker magic. Here's where things got spicy. The term stroker means increasing the crankshaft stroke to boost displacement and torque. Hot rodders discovered that by swapping in a 350 crankshaft into a 327 block, you could create a monster. This hybrid setup became known as the 327 stroker, a small block that could rev like a race engine but hit like a big block. Its secret was the combination of high RPM capability with massive low-end torque, making it perfect for both drag racing and street performance. It was the ultimate sleeper engine, small in size, but devastating on the asphalt. The outsmarting moment. In drag strips across America, muscle car owners with giant 396 and 427 big blocks started noticing something odd. A few small Chevys, lightweight Novas and Camaros were keeping up. Some even won. These little engines were packing stroked 327s, and they were running cooler, revving faster, and pulling harder through the gears. The secret wasn't just displacement, it was engineering intelligence. A properly built 327 stroker could hit 400 plus horsepower, and when paired with lightweight cars, it outperformed big block setups that were 200 pounds heavier in the nose. Technical specifications. Let's get into the nuts and bolts. Block type: cast iron small block Chevy, SBC. Bore stroke: 4.00 inches by 3.25 inches, stock. Stroker setup: 4.00 inch bore, 3.48 stroke, 350 crank. Horsepower: 350 to 450 HP, depending on cam and carb setup. Torque: around 400 lb-ft. Compression ratio: 10.5 to 1, high performance versions. Rev range: up to 7,000 revolutions per minute with forged internals. Its lightweight design made handling sharper and acceleration quicker, a major advantage over big, front-heavy engines. The human touch: the rebel engineers. Behind this beast were unsung heroes, Chevy engineers like Zora Arkus Duntov, often called the father of the Corvette. Duntov's obsession with balance and responsiveness led him to push small block development beyond limits. His philosophy was simple: power is nothing without control. He believed that a smaller, lighter engine could deliver real-world performance, the kind that wins races and hearts. 327 versus big block. Let's put them head-to-head. Feature 327 small block 396/427 big block. Weight 575 lbs 685 lbs. Max RPM 7,000-5,500. Power band: broad and high revving low-end torque monster. Handling better. Front end balance heavy and nose biased. Cost lower higher. On paper, the big blocks were stronger. But in real racing conditions, with corners, shifting, and endurance, the nimble 327 often outperformed them. That's why the 327 found fame in both drag racing and road racing. It could do it all. Even today, car builders and hot rodders revere the 327. It became the blueprint for the perfect street performance motor. You'll still find it roaring under the hoods of Restamods, custom Camaros, and even pickup trucks. Its legacy lives on in modern LS engines, which owe much of their DNA to this small block marvel. If you had the chance to build your own dream muscle car, would you choose brute big block power or a clever small block like the 327 stroker? Drop your choice in the comments below and tell us why. This was the story of a hidden legend, an engine that proved brains could beat brawn. The 327 stroker didn't just challenge the big blocks, it embarrassed them. It's proof that real performance doesn't always come from size, sometimes it comes from smarts. Subscribe for more videos. Have a nice day or night. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Fearless.